Hey all, thank you for joining me today. In today's video, I'll be making Michelangelo's Nunchucks from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, designed by me, Mr. Campbell Prince. I would like to once again give a big shout out to today's sponsor, Overture 3D. Overture provided all the wonderful filament I'll be using in today's video. Check the links in the description below and let them know I sent you. Thank you Overture once again for supporting this video, it means the world to me. Now with that being said and done, let's talk about the actual filament they sent me. So I'm using the Overture Cream Orange PLA, Overture Chocolate Brown PLA, Overture Silver Metal PLA, and the Overture Yellow PLA. These filaments are absolutely beautiful, super simple to print, there was no hassle at all. In terms of the print settings, I used a layer height of 0.2mm, 10% infill, 2 wall loops, and yes, I needed a brim because my support adhesion on the bed was terrible because I didn't clean my bed. In terms of actual print time, it took a total of 7 hours to print, which is really good. So if you want to print 2 to have a pair each, 14 hours. But Overture filament was not an issue. It came out absolutely beautiful smooth. Now with all that being said and done, let's crack on with the support removal. Talking about support removal, there isn't much to do. This was a really simple build. I designed the parts mostly to have not too many sharp overhangs, and fundamentally it's a tube wrapped around more tubes with some complicated chains. So most of the supports and the adhesion / the brim is on the chains and the pommel ends. Going back to the actual filament, like I said, this is a wonderful class of filament. The yellow looks almost golden. It's almost a little bit translucent depending on how thick you want to make the wall loops. I did originally print this on a 5 wall loop sort of adhesion base sort of thing, but I like the translucentness or the see-throughness. Translucent not a word, but I like the see-through look of having it on 2 loops to just give it a nice little sheen. And the cream orange PLA, mwah, chef's kiss. I didn't even know until I spoke to Overture that they did a cream orange range, and I absolutely fell in love with it. The cream orange absolutely pops. It's like a pastel, but it still carries the strength and integrity of all the other PLAs, which is really good. Chocolate brown, you've seen many of the videos so far now. Beautiful, it looks like chocolate. If it's edible, I would eat it there and then. But going back to the actual support removals, I'm just using the deburring tool now, which is another amazing tool. I'm so glad I bought one of these just to get off the edges of the brim. Sometimes you can use a heat gun or a lighter, but I prefer to use a deburring tool just so I can get a bit more deeper into it. Heat gun does sort of melt away those loose bits, but you can also damage the print that you're doing, which defeats the purpose, right? There will be links in the description below. If you do want to buy the finished product for yourself, check out my Esty store. If you want to sell the Mr. Campbell Prince products alongside this, check out my Patreon and my Fangs, where you can check the membership options there. And also, if you just want to download it yourself with a 3D printer, check out my Cults page and my Fangs page. They will be in the description below. But with all that being said and done, let's crack on with the rest of the video. Now we're moving on to the assembly. This is really great to see. I will mention, somehow when I printed one of these columns, batons, I don't know what to call the handles, I guess, or handles makes more sense. One of them was slightly thicker than the other one. So I did have to put a bit more force in it. As you can see, this one I'm struggling to put the end cap on. Did eventually, just slammed on the table and it done it. I reprinted again after this video and it seemed to be fine. For whatever reason, this one was just slightly thicker, so I had to heat up a little bit of a heat gun just to soften up the PLA and slide it over. But yeah, it is really simple to assemble. You slide on each ends. There you go, looks good. You know, great sticks, drumsticks. Obviously they're not drumsticks, nunchuck sticks and whatnot. The chains themselves, now when linking the chains together, do remember to glue at least one chain loop to the pommel handle first, because if you glue the chains together first, then you have to print more chains and make it longer. 5 chains seem to be a nice sweet spot in terms of length, and when comparing to a real nunchuck, as one of my friends is a expert nunchuck user, it seems to be the right length apparently to him. So there you go. Mostly each their own and what works. Now, as you know, this is the 4th video of the TMNT props. There aren't any more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles unless they bring a new one, so I am done with making their props for now, but I am moving on to a next build. A little clue of what it is. It possibly, well, it will be from a franchise close and dear to my heart, Microsoft franchise, one of the biggest ones. Let's just say the main character is a master and a chief admiral of some sort. That probably doesn't make any sense if you don't understand, but yeah, there's a little clue. So leave a link in a note or message in the description. Let me know what you think it might be. Also, let me know what other things you want to see me build. It's not just about things I make, it's other artists. If you're a 3D digital designer of some sort, send me a link, send me your models. I'll print them, I'll make them, and I'll showcase them here. So yeah, thank you once again, and a big thank you to you watching right now. It means the world to me. Just hit over 5,000 subscribers, means absolutely everything. Continue to share, check me out on Instagram and TikTok, all the other social medias, because it helps there too. And give yourselves a pat on the back, please like, subscribe and all that beautiful stuff. But with all that being said and done, I will see you in a moment for the end of the video. Thank you for subscribing to the video. It means the absolute world. Please like, share, and subscribe. But with all that being said and done, let's get on to the animation / glamour shots. Let's go!